My name is Joshua Solas. I'm a visual artist and designer. My work is an eclectic mix of whatever media I'm consuming, things like cartoons, but also like, fine art that I find inspiration from, people walking across the street. And the undertone oftentimes is internet memes, so that's great. I majored in illustration at school, and that kind of helped me to hone in my ability to communicate visually. I don't feel bound to any one medium. The medium is whatever is necessary. Sometimes it's photography, sometimes it's performance art. This mural is part of a larger project called the 49507 project. That is a project founded or started by the Diatribe, which is a community-based organization here in Grand Rapids that works a lot in enriching the community in whatever ways they can, specifically focusing on disenfranchised groups such as Black and brown folk, as well as the queer community. That addresses things such as problems of gentrification and redlining in the city. And the project is aimed to, in some way correct those wrongs through art. So this project is very thorough. They really made sure that what ended up in the community reflected the community, and that the artist had a full understanding of the background of the city. So we got, basically we had a couple listening sessions with different groups in the community. We were able to take the information that we got from those listening sessions, take our time and get some sketches going to make sure that they were in line with what the mission was. What I tried to focus on was this concept of, actually enriching the community. And one way I think that is ensuring that wherever you go after leaving your community, that you're able to bring back your wealth. Really what's happening in the mural is people running with what they have collected from the outer world, overcoming their obstacles to come back and enrich their community in a sense. I hope that that's communicated, but also this, warmth and love that, that was constantly brought back up in the listening session. This is my third time coming back since graduating, and it's different being here as, a professional adult as opposed to a college student who is here temporarily. It feels a bit more of higher purpose. And what drew me to Kendall in the first place was this, I did feel welcomed. The ability to connect with as many people as I did, and everybody allowing me to connect with their friends and that kind of thing, which, in retrospect led me to be able to be connected with the Diatribe. I know it's a bit abstract, but I hope that translates on some level with everybody. I always try to, in my work, I use running as a metaphor for, life. You kind of get from point A to point B, and it's not always linear. I hope that the running figures, everybody takes a step back and thinks about where they're running to, and hopefully they're able to feel inspiration or be able to I don't know. I hope they just like it. At least, at the very least, I hope people enjoy it, and it does make an impact.